So another experience that I had was a little bit more recently, and I just remember it was my birthday, actually. It was my birthday, and I was going into meditation. I was sitting on my mat, and I was completely overwhelmed with this emotion that was so hard to explain. It was like an emotion of incredible curiosity, but also this deep sadness for not knowing myself in my truest and fullest essence. To know myself as soul, as just pure divine energy, and likewise this pain and deep hunger to know the divine, outside of me, the divine in everything, the source energy, God, consciousness. And it was this extraordinary feeling that came over me again, just this hunger, this complete desire. I was consumed by this feeling of wanting to know. And I remember reaching my arms out to the sky, to the ceiling, and saying again out loud, again and again, I want to know you, and just tears running down my face, wanting, like my heart was bursting to know the divine, in myself, and to know the all divine. And a few days later, I was called to get into the bathtub. And that was interesting for me because in this new place that I've been living, I had never taken a bath in the bathtub. There's a bathtub and there's a shower, and I've always just used the shower for some reason. And I had been living here for months, and I had never taken a bath. And it was this feeling like, you have to get in the bathtub. And I ran the bath, and I sat in the bathtub completely sober, hadn't taken anything. And as soon as I hit the water, as soon as I got into the water, it was like someone cupped my face, the way you would cup a child's face when you're trying to tell them something really important. And it felt like, how I perceived it was that it was my higher self, this being that I've encountered many times. She's a being that comes to me. The first time she came to me was years ago. It was about 5 years ago now, and she came to me in a dream. And I remember what she was wearing, and I call her she as an entity separate from myself, because the way it was explained to me is not really that I am her and she is me, but more like I am one expression, one incarnation, like an expression of art from an artist. I'm an expression of her. I remember asking one time, I was like, what is a way to describe this? And she was like, if I am a branch, you are the blossom. And I found that to be really beautiful. But yeah, I am this identity, this incarnation, this lifetime is an expression, a blossom of this branch. And maybe that sounds strange, but she's a being that has come to me many times. And as I was saying, the first time was in a dream, and she was wearing this hood, and we were in this beautiful house, and she started to walk towards me, and she placed her forehead on mine as a greeting. It was like a forehead kiss. And she said to me then, you have to climb up higher and then jump off from there. And then she kept saying to me, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I woke up, and I remember was like, oh, this is important. I need to write this down and, you know, climb up higher and jump off from there. Okay, what does that mean? What does that look like? And this 1, 2, 3. And since that time, you know, 1, 2, 3 has been a very significant number for me. And, you know, I'll see it in all these different places. And I'm always like, what is that supposed to mean right now in this moment? And but anyways, on this night, this year, as soon as I got into the tub, I felt her presence. It's a very distinct presence for me. But yeah, I got into the water and she cupped my face and she said, are you listening? Are you paying attention? You have to pay attention. This is important. You're in training now. She said, you're in training and you have to come sit with me every night. You have to come meet me here and I will train you. I will teach you. And she started taking my awareness and moving my awareness through all of the energy centers in my body, and I could feel each one. As she brought my awareness towards each one in my body, I could feel that one buzzing, and I remember asking her, I was like, why, you know, what is this? Why am I in training? Why do I need to sit with you in meditation every night, and for how long, for what purpose? And she was just saying, for your work. And that I asked her, you know, well, how long am I going to be in training for? And she said 7 years. I said, okay, 7 years. And since that night, I've sat with her. I've sat with her every single night since then, and every night she's brought me information about my body, about the energetic meaning behind different parts of this holographic body, what they correspond to, how to affect certain energetics through the holographic body, telling me about how you can affect the holographic body, the physical body, through the energetic, and you can vice versa affect the energetic through the holographic body. It's like this two-way feedback loop. This feedback loop, is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right way of saying it. Anyways, and I remember after she took my awareness through all my different energy centers, and the way she described it, she was like, I'm activating you. And after that sort of passed, it ended, I remember sitting there in the tub just being like, what the fuck just happened? And I just heard the words 1, 2, 3, and I was like, I don't know what this means. You know, why am I hearing 1, 2, 3 right now? And then I thought to myself, I was like, wait, is it January 23rd right now? And I thought, no, surely it's not January 23rd, because that would be too ridiculous and too serendipitous, because I'm always looking for 1, 2, 3. And it's also my parents' anniversary on January 23rd. If it would have been 1, 2, 3, then I would have seen in my family group chat some kind of messages congratulating my parents, and I hadn't. But I looked over to my phone, and it was January 23rd, and it was just kind of an interesting moment. And since then, like I said, since that day, since that night, I've sat with her every night in meditation, and she's told me some really interesting things that I'll continue to share over the next few days.